Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. We're heading back to match 64 at the incredible Lusail Stadium, where Argentina and France went head-to-head to become three-time champions of the world. I'm talking, of course, about the 2022 FIFA World Cup final. And honestly, right from the opening whistle, you could just feel that we were about to witness something absolutely extraordinary. Billions of people tuning in, a collective holding of breath across the globe. This wasn't just another game, it was literally the ultimate proving ground for the greatest athletes on earth. Before the action even really got going, the commentary perfectly captured the insane stakes of this clash. They called it a moment for infinity. And they hit the nail on the head. The broadcasters knew it, the fans felt it in their bones, and the players absolutely knew that whoever lifted that trophy would be etched into the fabric of football history forever. This is where legends are either forged or forgotten. So setting the ultimate stage here, we have the moment the two absolute talismans of the game collide. We've got two very distinct protagonists stepping onto the pitch. On one side, it's Lionel Messi, a veteran master chasing his ultimate prize to cement an absolute, undeniable legacy. This is his final World Cup, his literal last chance to grab the one trophy that somehow eluded him. And on the other side, Kylian Mbappe, this explosive, awesome force of nature, looking to defend his title and secure back-to-back glory for France. It's the classic passing of the torch story, right? The master refusing to let go against the prodigy, hungry to just completely conquer the era. Let's get into the action with the Argentine masterclass and their total first-half dominance. The defining story of the first half was Argentina's absolute tactical dominance. Players like DePaul were just completely neutralizing the French attack early on. And then, the breakthrough. Angel Di Maria goes tumbling under a clumsy challenge in the box, and the referee points straight to the spot. Amidst this deafening roar of almost 90,000 fans, there's just a breath, a heartbeat, and Messi converts the penalty with total precision. He strikes first, and it honestly felt like it was opening the floodgates for an inevitable Argentine parade. France just looked entirely overwhelmed by the relentless pressure. But the real highlight of this absolute control? Their second goal. It was a mesmerizing sequence that just left the French defense in ruins. The commentary called it a glorious goal, and honestly, it was genuinely one of the best of the entire tournament in terms of pure, exquisite teamwork. A literal masterclass in counterattacking football. Let's actually break down the tactical brilliance of this move that gave Argentina a 2-0 lead at the half. Messi brilliantly initiates the play from Deke, which pulls the French defenders totally out of position. Then, a quick flick onto Julian Alvarez, who sifts it beautifully to Alexis McAllister sprinting into miles of open space. And finally, Di Maria arrives perfectly on time to finish the glorious move. Psychologically, this broke France. Heading into the locker room, they looked entirely disjointed, almost like they'd caught a virus, just totally unable to match Argentina's blistering pace. But then, everything flips. The French resurgence and a sudden, shocking awakening. Look, everyone thought it was over. For nearly 80 minutes, Argentina had practically already engraved their names on the trophy. We had all almost entirely written the France team off. But, football is a game of fleeting, chaotic moments. A simple ball over the top gets desperately chased down by Kolo Muani. There's a little tangle of legs from Otamendi in the box, and just like that, the referee points to the spot. Out of absolutely nowhere, France gets a squeak of a chance. It is wild how rapidly these 10 minutes unfolded, completely turning a lifetime of Argentina hope into total deflation. In the 80th minute, Mbappe steps up and buries the penalty, instantly giving a desperate nation a lifeline. And then, I kid you not, one single minute later, Kingsley Coman wins the ball back, Rabiot pushes it forward, and Mbappe connects with this stunning, absolute rocket of a volley. 2-2. By the 82nd minute, that French lethargy is totally gone. They are suddenly in the prime of life, flying around the pitch, loving every second of it. That equalizer from Mbappe was just a sheer display of superstar power. He proved to be an awesome force of nature, brutal and brilliant. I mean, the goal literally sent the French president leaping to his feet in the stands. When a team is in the absolute depth of defeat and needs their top guy to drag them out, Kylian Mbappe proves he can deliver exactly that. Okay, moving into extra time chaos, where both teams just start trading devastating blows. So we're in extra time. Both teams are completely exhausted, just throwing absolute haymakers at each other. The tension is agonizing. And then the scoreboard ticks up to 3 for Argentina. After this frantic buildup, Lautaro Martinez powers a shot. Hugo Lloris makes a massive, sprawling save. But guess who is right there? Lionel Messi, perfectly positioned, scrambles the rebound just over the line. Now, despite immediate shouts for offside, the referee confirms it. And in that moment, it really felt like Lionel Messi had finally done it. He had perhaps just scored the winning goal of a World Cup final, conquering his final peak. The stadium absolutely erupted. After the nightmare of the French comeback, it felt like destiny was back on track for the Argentine master. But France simply refused to die. The psychological resilience here was off the charts. In the dying moments of this epic match, Mbappé takes another crucial shot from the edge of the box. Gonzalo Montiel turns his body and the ball strikes his outstretched arm. A massive shout for handball echoes across the pitch. The referee blows the whistle and awards yet another dramatic penalty. Imagine the shock for Argentina, believing they'd won it twice, only to have it ripped away again. Unimaginable. And let's talk about the sheer willpower required from Mbappé right here, stepping up to the spot with the weight of the entire world on his shoulders, facing a hostile crowd and a legendary goalkeeper. And what does he do? He matches Messi's 3 goals with another icy, impeccable penalty, a hat-trick in a World Cup final. With that strike, Mbappé firmly, undeniably enters the galaxy of the game's greatest. Which brings us to the ultimate pressure cooker, champions of the world, and the final resolution. 120 minutes of beautiful, brutal football couldn't separate them. So now it comes down to a test of pure nerves from 12 yards out. And talk about poetic cruelty. It comes down to Gonzalo Montiel. After giving away the crucial penalty in extra time that forced this shootout, he now finds himself having to take the decisive kick. The mental burden there is staggering. The dreams of an entire nation resting squarely on his shoulders during that long, lonely walk to the spot. He steps up, and he scores, triggering just absolute incredible scenes in the stadium. Tears are flowing. Players are literally collapsing onto the grass. For the first time since 1986, Argentina reclaims the crown. In 2022, they are the champions of the world again at last. So after taking all of this in, witnessing the sheer tactical mastery of the first half, the brutal, breathless momentum shifts of the second, and the pure emotional whiplash of extra time and penalties, we really have to ask you, did we just witness the absolute pinnacle of the sport? Was this, without a doubt, the greatest World Cup final ever played? Let that sink in and keep exploring the beautiful game.